Becoming a global leader requires you to be able to travel anywhere in the globe quickly. There is no way they will be seated next to you in coach, whether they are attending a diplomatic meeting, signing a legal document, or simply appearing in front of the media. They are flying in a manner that is only appropriate for a monarch. Welcome aboard to Luxury Wire. Now, get your passports ready because we'll be looking at the most expensive private aircraft owned by world leaders today. Number 1. Russia. It should come as no surprise that Vladimir Putin prefers to go by air in his flying Kremlin. Putin's presidential aircraft, an Il-76 IL-96-300 jet that cost a whopping $550 million, is a dream come true. The most cutting-edge communication equipment money can buy is installed in the flying Kremlin because it also functions as a mobile office and can be utilized as a command center to contact anyone, wherever, at any time. It also has a line to the military, allowing Putin to direct soldiers in the event of a surprise attack. While communication systems are essential, the exploration of the interior design is when things really start to heat up. Famous Russian tapestries hang from the walls, and the inside is decorated in a neoclassical style with plush rugs. Of course, there is also a conference room, dining area, gourmet kitchen, and master bedroom. Putin's plane also has a personal gym, a fully stocked bar, and possibly its best feature, a gold-plated bathroom. Now that's insanely luxurious. Number 2. The United Kingdom. Formerly a refueling jet, the RAF Voyager underwent a $12.9 million makeover and was converted to serve as the VIP aircraft for the United Kingdom Prime Minister. The modified and upgraded Voyager, which is based on the Airbus A330, has 58 business seats for the transportation of VIPs and dignitaries. What's more intriguing, though, is that the royal family will also be transported on board the plane in addition to Prime Minister Boris Johnson. When neither is on board, it will still be used as a refueling plane. The decision to use this as a multi-purpose plane, according to the government, will save taxpayers close to $1 million per year on private charters. Boris Johnson recently had the jet painted red, white, and blue to symbolize the Union Jack flag and the UK as a whole when it travels over the clouds as opposed to its original dull gray color. For security reasons, the interior specifics have been kept under wraps, but if it's truly suited for a queen, one can only wonder what it looks like. Number 3. China. China's General Secretary Xi Jinping may not have been a personal plane, but that doesn't mean he isn't well cared for. Air China owns 2 Boeing 747-400s with a combined value of $500 million, one of which Jinping flies around on. The employment of these Boeing aircraft for commercial passenger flights adds an interesting twist to this arrangement. But as soon as a general secretary wants to fly, his special security service carefully inspects each aircraft. To ensure his safety, the full procedure can take a few weeks. The traditional passenger seats are removed from the aircraft and are replaced with a living room, office, and private bedroom once the area is safe to fly. Unfortunately for the rest of us, Air China keeps the specifications of the presidential plane's interior a closely guarded secret and never makes them available to the general public. And although it would seem strange that a head of state doesn't have a personal aircraft, one was being built and equipped for Jinping before the project was abandoned, owing to concerns about onboard security. Number 4. North Korea. Even though he came into power in 2011, North Korea's Kim Jong-un did not travel outside the country until he met with China's Xi Jinping in 2018. Then, how did he get there? He flew in an Il-76 IL-62 aircraft of Soviet manufacture, which he gave the nickname Xiaomei-1 after the country's national bird, a type of hawk. The exterior of the aircraft is plainly painted white, bearing the complete name of North Korea on both sides and the red star of the flag on the tail. This aircraft distinguishes out from the others since it was the first on our list to be designed back in 1963. Even though the Xiaomei-1 cannot travel non-stop across international borders, it can still fly for 10,000 kilometers at a time. In spite of its age, the interiors have been modernized for a look that matches the taste and fashion of the North Korean leader. And perhaps even more crucial for the 37-year-old captain is the fact that smoking is permitted on board Xiaomei-1. Although Kim Jong-un has been a keen interest in flying personally, we have yet to witness him in the pilot seat as the aircraft takes off. Number 5. Saudi Arabia. There is no one who can match the Saudi royal family's fortune. They have accumulated a total wealth of roughly $1 trillion. The The nation's leader's personal Boeing 747 is the pride of the nation despite the fact that the nation's fleet of aircraft rivals that of homes. The private plane was purchased by Prince Waleed in 2003 for $485 million, which to him is nothing. But it wasn't up to his standards when he initially bought it, so he had it renovated and fitted out to resemble the palaces he was used to living in. While a leader of a nation usually utilizes their aircraft for official purposes, this one is more like a home in the skies. There is a 14-seat dining room, lounges, numerous luxurious bedrooms, full bathrooms, a big chandelier, and gold trims everywhere. Oh, and as a prince, he must not neglect his throne. Yes, the Saudi prince's Boeing 747 is equipped with a throne room to serve as a constant reminder that he is a member of the royal family. Number 6. Brunei. Hassan al-Bolkiah, the Sultan of Brunei, is one of the richest monarchs in the world and has accumulated his wealth through oil. He certainly has a large fleet of aircraft, but the Boeing 747-430 is by far his greatest and largest. He spent an additional $120 million to customize the airplane after paying $100 million to purchase it. This Boeing appears less like a personal airplane and more like a luxurious, exotic hotel room. This sink is gold-plated, and the separate master bedroom and baths are lined with gold and lilac crystal. Luxurious carpeting and lacquered wood adorn the hallways, and most of the furniture on board has aqua blue upholstery to match the royal hues. The Sultan is also a licensed pilot, and he frequently flies his own lavish aircraft. Number 7. Germany. German Chancellor Angela Merkel had to take a commercial flight in 2018 due to mechanical problems with her private aircraft. Merkel 1, her brand new Airbus A350-900 XWB, was however delivered in 2020. The new Merkel 1 has improved Rolls-Royce Trent XWB engines that burn gasoline 25% more effectively than earlier models, leaving behind a substantially reduced carbon footprint. It can travel non-stop to any capital city and has a range of 9,000 nautical miles. Additionally, several of the cabins were constructed with safety and privacy in mind to prevent the introduction of any viruses as the airplane was delivered in 2020. However, there are plans in place for cabins that will be larger overall and provide the best settings for board meetings. Furthermore, this Merkel 1 has a missile defense system like many other aircraft on this list. Number 8. India. The Boeing 747, also referred to as the Queen of the Skies, is probably the most preferred aircraft by world leaders on this list. Even if they are used to less frequently for commercial passenger travel, they are still a popular option for heads of state, which is why Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi favors them. He can use it whenever he wants, and his security team will have it inspected and updated for him even though he is a regular member of the Air India regular fleet. As soon as the president enters, the call sign changes to Air India 1. Although the public isn't aware of many inner features, it does have a number of defense elements such as a radar jammer and missile countermeasure systems. But the really wonderful thing is that now that the registration BTESO has been made public, aviation experts may monitor the plane. Number 9. Mexico. A presidential plane doesn't come onto the market every day, but Mexico's VIP aircraft did just that in 2020. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner has a starting asking price of $130 million. This specific aircraft is configured to facilitate government operations and is better appropriate for that purpose. There are many conference tables and an upright seating spaces where experts, representatives, and even journalists can gather and complete some work while traveling. The arrangement of the cabin is similar to that of a commercial airliner, although the seats are far more luxurious and spacious than those found in coach. The plane actually gives the impression that every cabin is high class. There is, of course, a private presidential suite with a bed that is significantly larger than what is generally found in a business class suite. He can refresh himself before meeting the next dignitary in the private bathroom, which also has a huge standing shower and a full-length marble sink countertop. Then again, why is the Mexican government selling this opulent aircraft? Andrés Manuel López Obrador, the current president of Mexico, prefers to fly on commercial aircraft in order to reduce government spending. Well, it can be said that he's the most practical leader on this list. At number 10 is France. The presidential jet is no different from the rest of France, which is renowned for its sophistication, romance, and poetry. This upgraded Airbus A330-200 includes a gourmet kitchen, an in-suite bedroom, and a space that can accommodate up to 12 people in soundproof comfort. It's the ideal location for more private presidential-style parties or to conduct discussions away from prying eyes and ears. While his visitors wait, they can use a conference room that can accommodate 60 VIPs. French President Emmanuel Macron has his own master suite with a full bathroom and shower. The French president uses the Airbus as his flying command post so that he can safely convey encrypted instructions to his crew on the ground. And last but definitely not least is the United States. The President of the United States, Air Force One, is arguably the most famous VIP aircraft in the entire world. It's a winged white home that has long served American presidents. And while the call sign Air Force One is used for any aircraft transporting the president, the current aircraft is a Boeing 747-200, also known as a VC-25A. In order to keep everyone safe, the aircraft is equipped with a number of defense systems, including a radar jammer, measures to prevent heat-seeking missiles, and extensive communication facilities with the most recent technology. The VC-25A has the ability to refuel in midair, allowing it to remain in the air for however long is required. Even though Air Force One has a more utilitarian duty, it still has 4,000 square feet of space with lots of lounges, conference rooms, a hospital, 2 galleys that serve fine cuisine, and the presidential suite. The United States just placed an order for 2 new Air Force Ones, which will cost $3.9 billion. The benchmark for a presidential aircraft will be set by these 747-8s. By clicking the video on the upper right, you can see our in-depth film about the new Air Force One to discover more about this new aircraft. And there you have it, the luxurious private planes of world leaders. If you want more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe to Luxury Wire and ring that notification bell so you won't miss any new videos just like how this one dropped your jaws. Thank you for watching and see you at our next one.